As easy as it is to claim every day is a good Disney World day, that's not exactly the case. There are definitely days that are going to be better than others when it comes to planning your trip to the most magical place on Earth in 2024. And we're going to fill you in on what those days are exactly today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Vlog. So 2024 is just around the corner, meaning it's now officially time to start getting those vacation gears turning as you start planning next year's big trip to you-know-where, Disney World. Now, a lot of big stuff is happening on the Disney scene next year, and if you want to make sure you get to experience what you really want to see and do, you're going to want to plan your trip on the right days so you don't miss out, which is why we're going to spend today's video talking about which days are going to be the best ones to visit the parks and resorts. Ready? Okay, let's get started. January 9th is going to be a big deal for Disney World this year thanks to three key reasons. Number one, this is when the Disney Dining Plan is going to make its grand and miraculous return. For those who don't know what the Dining Plan is, especially since it's been missing from Disney World since early 2020, essentially it's a way for Disney World guests to book a vacation package through Disney to prepay for all their dining costs before stepping foot into the parks. Two plans are going to be available in 2024. The standard dining plan, which includes one quick service and one table service meal each day, and the quick service dining plan, which includes two quick service meals each day. That's definitely the bare basics of this returning service, but in a nutshell, guests are excited to be getting it back because it'll create a more all-inclusive feel for Disney World trips again, instead of you having to pay out of pocket everywhere you go. Dining plans are available to add on to your 2024 vacations right now, but if you want to learn about which plan is going to be the right fit for you, if any, you can check out our new DFB guide to maximizing the Disney Dining Plan. That's on the dfbstore.com website. Okay, reason number two, Park Pass reservation rules will finally be changing. Currently, all Disney World ticket holders must make a Park Pass reservation for each day they plan on being in the theme parks, but that's all going to change on January 9th because once that date comes around, Park Pass reservations will not be needed for those who purchase date-based tickets. This means that guests who buy theme park tickets tied to a specific date, so those standard park tickets basically, will no longer need to take that extra step to reserve their spot in each of the parks. That being said, annual pass holders who are visiting the parks before 2 p.m., cast members, and other non-date-based ticket types will still need to make Park Pass reservations, most of the time. Starting in 2024, Disney will also introduce good-to-go days for pass holders, which will mean they can slip into any of the parks they want to on whatever days without worrying about making a Park Pass reservation in advance. Annual pass holders will be able to find these scheduled days in the calendar on Disney's website, similar to how Park Pass blockout days are currently shown. Reason 3, park hopping rules are changing. Recently, Disney announced that all-day park hopping is finally coming back. That means anyone who has a park ticket with Park Hopper or an annual pass will no longer have to wait until 2 p.m. before they can visit another park. Instead, they'll be able to jump between parks at any time of day. For cast members and annual pass holders who will still need to make that Park Pass reservation on most days, you'll have to scan into the park you made the reservation for first. But after that, you're free to park hop to your heart's content whenever you want. The next best time to go to Disney World in 2024 is during your favorite festival. So the Epcot festivals are returning next year, but in a whole new way. Communicore Plaza is set to open by the end of this year, but its arrival is going to completely change the way we experience the 2024 roundup of Epcot festivals. But first, a little breakdown for you because you're thinking, what on earth is the Communicore Plaza actually going to be? Well, according to Disney, this is a new area of the park over in World Celebration. It's going to become the home base of Epcot's festivals and live events, serving as a sort of hub for any and all festival activity. This new area is, as you already know, going to be called Communicore Plaza. And within the plaza space is where you're going to find areas like Communicore Hall, a concert stage for big and intimate performances alike, a World Celebration garden, and generally more outdoor space where guests can come to relax and experience the festivals in all their glory. Inside Communicore Hall, you're going to find Epcot's first fully purpose-built structure and festival programming. It'll be designed to host a wide variety of experiences with food, art, live music, demonstration kitchens, yay, maybe the Deminars will come back, a mixology bar, and lots of other new ways that guests will be able to connect and immerse themselves during whichever festival they decide to visit. So this is giving me major Wonders of Life pavilion vibes, which used to be used for Epcot's festivals for merchandise and demo kitchens and other festival-related events. The big difference here is that while the Wonders of Life Pavilion was sort of retrofitted for these events, Communicore Hall is specifically being built with these purposes in mind. That means it'll likely have a much smoother flow to it with more unique aspects and a better way of displaying all the festival fun. So if all goes according to plan, Disney expects Communicore Plaza to open by December of this year, meaning no matter which festival you decide to visit in 2024, whether it be Farts or Flower and Garden or Food and Wine or Festival of the Holidays, you'll be able to experience that festival in a way Epcot's never done before, and that is going to be pretty cool. But much like any festival, I'd advise you to steer clear of visiting Epcot on a festival's kickoff day or even a kickoff weekend, since it'll be wildly busy with guests wanting to be the first to experience all the new and returning stuff, plus all the bloggers will be there. Now, Epcot's festivals tend to be much more chill in the middle of the week and during the middle of the festival, when all the initial hype has died down and the locals are back at school or work. Okay, another great time to go to Disney World in 2024 is at the start of a holiday season. Even if you don't get a chance to hit up this year's Halloween and Christmas events in Disney World, you can still use the 2023 parties as a springboard for your 2024 visit. Each year, Disney World hosts 2 big after-hours holiday parties on certain nights in Magic Kingdom: Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. This year, Hollywood Studios is about to get even hollier with their brand new after-hours event, Jollywood Nights, kicking off on November 11th, 2023 for the Christmas season. Much like park ticket prices, which we'll be talking about more later on, after-hours tickets aren't ever at a set price all season long. For Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, prices range this year between $109 to $199 per adult, and Mickey's Very Merry currently ranges between $159 and $199 per adult, and Jollywood Nights is between $159 and $179 per adult. So how do you get tickets for the cheaper end of the pricing spectrum? Well, you plan your party night for earlier in the season rather than closer to the actual holiday. So those who book a Halloween party for, say, mid-August next year could potentially save $90 per ticket just by going earlier instead of later on. Keep in mind that these cheaper tickets do tend to sell out fairly quickly, so it's best to book them as soon as you get the chance to, instead of waiting until you're only a few weeks out from your visit. While we don't know the exact party dates and price ranges for 2024 yet, history tends to repeat itself, so you can look at 2023's party offerings and prices and dates to get an idea of what 2024 will look like. Even if you're not planning on going to a holiday party in 2024, but you still want to see all the decor and the offerings that the parks put up to celebrate the season, visiting earlier will still allow you to get the overall festive vibes without the over-the-top crowds. But keep in mind that Epcot's Festival of the Holidays usually doesn't kick off until later in November, usually the day after Thanksgiving, meaning too early of a Christmas visit could cause you to skip the Epcot festivities entirely. It's all up to you and how your travel group wants to approach the holidays in the parks, but whatever you decide, we'll be here to update you on the latest holiday date releases when it comes closer to these 2024 celebration seasons. Just join our newsletter. The link to join is in the description below. Next time you might want to go to Disney World in 2024 is after Disney Genie Plus changes yet again. Let me explain. Disney Genie Plus is getting ready to change once more, but this time Disney's giving us a big heads up about it since this is going to be one of the major Genie Plus changes to date. Disney recently shared that they're currently working on ways for guests to book lightning lanes before their Disney vacation starts. Currently, Disney Genie Plus allows guests to make one ride selection at a time, and generally speaking, once you're done with your first attraction, you can select another available Genie Plus lightning lane return time, and so on throughout the day. There are other ways that you can also stack multiple lightning lanes to hold on to more than one at a time, but that's a whole different topic for a whole other video. If you want to learn more about the ins and outs of how Genie Plus and lightning lanes work in the parks currently, be sure to scan the QR code you see on the screen or head to disneyfoodblog.com/DisneyGeniePlus. We'll get you a free copy of our ultimate guide to Genie Plus. But for now, let's get back to the matter at hand, Genie Plus changes. With the changes Disney is currently working on for lightning lanes, you'd be able to pre-reserve a set amount of lightning lanes before your trip, much like FastPass Plus used to do back in ye old days. Disney hasn't said much else about this future change in regard to how many lightning lanes we'd be able to make in advance, or how early we'd be able to make them, or who will be eligible for this early booking, or even an exact date for when these changes go live. But what we do know is that Disney's wanting this update to be a thing guests can rely on if they're visiting sometime in 2024. We'll let you know when we hear of more concrete details, but for now, Genie Plus and individual lightning lane purchases still need to be made one day at a time. Lightning Lane selections go live starting at 7 a.m. daily, but you can purchase Disney Genie Plus as early as midnight the day of your visit. It hasn't sold out in a while, but it has sold out before, so it might make sense to go ahead and purchase it as early as you can. The next time you want to go to Disney World in 2024 is when it's cheaper, right? So good news, you can already see on the Disney World website which dates in 2024 are going to have the cheapest park tickets. But to save you from having to go out and do all that research yourself, here's a quick look at the lowest priced 4-day tickets we're finding for each month next year. Note, these prices reflect one park per day and do not include park hopper add-ons. Much like we've seen in the past, the absolute cheapest days out of the year fall during the months of August and September, and that's because the crowds tend to dwindle down once school's back in session. So not only are the prices around this time lower, but the crowd levels are typically going to be lower too. And it's not just park tickets you're going to find lower prices for, it's hotel rooms too. Let's compare a few Disney World 4-night stay options for a family of 2 adults and 2 kids at the end of March 2024 versus the end of August 2024. For a standard room at Pop Century Resort between March 25th and 30th, you're looking at $300 per night for one of those value resort rooms, while the same stay between August 25th and 30th is going to be more around $188 per night. For a standard room at Port Orleans Riverside, which is one of Disney's more moderately priced resort options, a stay between March 25th and 30th is $335 per night, and a stay between August 25th and 30th is $280 per night, literally less than a standard value resort stay during the end of March. And finally, for a standard room at the Deluxe Wilderness Lodge between March 25th and 30th, you're looking at paying about $720 per night, while a stay between August 25th and 30th is going to look more like $470 per night, a literal $250 difference per night. Keep in mind that prices for park tickets and hotel rooms can and probably will change, so this is more of an average look at what you can expect these prices to be like. However, once you do purchase your tickets and hotel stays, you're not going to have to pay anything extra if prices go up after you book all your stuff. What you pay for is signed, sealed, and delivered, and any price increases that happen after that won't impact your vacation budget whatsoever. So if you find a vacation time frame that works with your schedule and your budget, try to book those tickets and rooms as soon as you get the chance, so that you can secure those prices and not have to worry about paying more than you were expecting. Now, how about when a discount or promo is happening? Speaking of saving money, so after looking at all those hotel and ticket prices, you might be feeling that not so glorious wave of sticker shock right about now. I realize I said $720 for one night in a deluxe. But to help make the sticker shock a little less shocking, it's worth looking into Disney World's latest special offers, deals, and discounts on their website to see what specific trip timeframes can expect some major savings next year. So Disney releases savings and promotional opportunities pretty consistently, so we don't always know the savings that are still yet to come for the remainder of 2024. Disney's loaded us up with discounts here in 2023, so they are really trying to get people to come to the parks. However, what I can see on the special offers page right now are several different deals that can already be applied to 2024 trips. These are a Disney Water Park Seasonal Pass for $79. It's good from now until May 24th. Dining promo cards, which can earn you $60 to $200 per hotel night to use towards your Disney dining, applicable for select nights between January 9th to March 5th, 2024. It's kind of like their answer to the free dining promotion, right? 25% off future hotel stays between January 9th through February 22nd, or even 30% off stays most nights between February 25 and March 24. And let's not forget the other discounted hotel and ticket opportunities specifically for U.S. military members, annual pass holders, Disney Vacation Club members, Disney Visa card holders, and Disney Plus subscribers too. Unfortunately, you can't stack those discounts because I know a lot of you probably fall into a lot of those categories. I wish we could stack them, but you can't. Again, Disney adds more savings opportunities to their website throughout the year, but if there's a discount you're seeing right now that'll fit the parameters of your trip, then make sure you snag it while you can. These kinds of heavy savings don't stick around for long and they do sell out quickly. They're limited in quality and they usually have some sort of cutoff date to book them by. So you want to make sure you're not missing out on any big discounts just because you waited a little too long to book. It's best to research these savings right away and learn more about them, including what's listed in the fine print. Plus, even if you book a discount now and a better one comes out later, you can always change to the better one. That's definitely an option for you. Now, if you want someone else to keep track of the savings opportunities for you so you don't accidentally look them over as you're busy trying to juggle planning a vacation alongside work and soccer practice and cooking dinner and book club, then go ahead and reach out to our friends at Small World Vacations. Those agents compare current offers to find the best deals for you, and they've literally been saving their guests millions of dollars since 1996. Plus, their services are 100% free for you to use with no strings attached. We've used them multiple times. We really believe in them, and I think you're really going to enjoy that experience. So if you want to ask our Small World friends for a free quote, I'll go ahead and link their info down in the comments for you to check out right after this. Now, you might want to go to Disney World in 2024 after new attractions have been opened. Now, I know you're eager to check out the newest parts of Disney World, but let's talk about the best times to actually experience all of Disney's shiny new stuff. In 2024, Disney World's going to release reimagined attractions, updated resort stays, and brand new restaurants. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is coming to Magic Kingdom, which will be a new log flume ride themed to Disney's animated film The Princess and the Frog, taking visitors through the bayous of Louisiana to help Tiana with her latest restaurant endeavor, Tiana's Foods. This is, of course, the re-theme of Splash Mountain. Country Bears Jamboree is going to be updating its classic show in 2024 with an all-new act singing their usual songs in new styles like country, rockabilly, and bluegrass. They're also going to be singing fan-favorite Disney songs like Bare Necessities in good old lovable country bear fashion. Basically, Magic Kingdom's Frontierland is going to be a real hip happening place next year. And then there's the plethora of Disney resort changes that are currently underway. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort is working on a new DVC tower that'll open later in 2024, and Fort Wilderness's cabins will transform into these more modernized DVC cabins, which will also open later in 2024. But earlier next year, Disney's Boardwalk Inn is going to be opening their newest restaurant, the Cake Bake Shop. That's going to serve more than just cakes once it opens. Along with the sweet stuff, this table service will serve savory items too, like sandwiches and salads, and afternoon tea. Yep, Disney's got a lot planned for us next year. But notice the common thread among all this new stuff. We don't have any set in stone release dates just yet. Even though Disney slated these new experiences for 2024, that doesn't mean they're absolutely 100% going to be ready once your trip rolls around. I mean, just take a look at Cake Bake Shop, for instance. It was supposed to open by the end of this year, but because of build delays, Disney pushed back that slated timeline to a 2024 release date instead, and that can definitely happen for any of these projects. If you want to for sure experience one of these new releases during your next Disney visit, you're going to want to make sure you find out about its exact release date before booking that trip. Otherwise, you're just going to have to cross your fingers and hope it'll be available by the time you arrive. And even after you find out the exact release dates for your most anticipated attractions, I'd still wait to book my trip for a couple of months after the experience's grand opening, just to give it time to work out those initial kinks that might pop up during its first few weeks, serving guests on the Disney scene. While it can be fun to be one of the first people ever to experience a new Disney attraction, you're also subjecting yourself to being a guinea pig, meaning lines are going to be long, delays will be more prominent, and unexpected shutdowns could still occur. So give these new attractions some time to warm up. That way, you'll be ready to visit them in their prime. Again, we'll be sure to give you any and all updates concerning these new attractions once we learn more about their official opening dates. And usually Disney gives us opening timelines first, so we'll be able to say, okay, in the late spring, this thing's going to open, or the late fall, this thing's going to open, and then you have a little bit more of an idea. Are you ready to celebrate? Okay, you don't have to be celebrating anything major other than just quality family time when you book a vacation to Disney World, but if you are getting ready to celebrate something big, Disney can help you make the most memorable celebration ever. So here are some of the best ways you can jazz up any birthdays or anniversaries or baby moons or graduations or whatever big life event you want to celebrate inside the Disney bubble. First, grab those free celebration buttons. If you want guests and cast members to celebrate alongside you and your group, be sure to pick up a free I'm Celebrating button at guest services in any of the theme parks or at your resort's front desk. Then you're going to pin that sucker right on your shirt and get the congratulations and well wishes flooding your way. Who knows, you might even get a free dessert during your next Disney meal. For $5 more, you can even have your celebration button all decked out with different fonts and colors and embellishments by taking it over to Ye Olde Christmas Shop in Magic Kingdom for an extra dose of bling bling. You can also have flowers delivered, so the Magical Floral and Gifts website gives you the chance to order extra celebratory goodies to your Disney resort or Good Neighbor hotel ahead of your stay, in case you want to surprise someone in your group with a little something extra. Prices for these offerings vary depending on what you get, but floral arrangements generally start at $60, balloons are at $45, and gift baskets start at $74.99. According to the website, you must be present for your gift to be delivered to your room, or you can pick it up at your resort front desk. Now, dude, if I'm celebrating anything in Disney World, I'm celebrating it with food, even if it's like I'm celebrating Tuesday. Disney World's got tons of different restaurant options for you to choose from that can make any celebration 10 times better. Some of our favorite Disney restaurants to make reservations for, especially when it comes to special occasions, include Jico at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Wine Bar George at Disney Springs, and California Grill at Disney's Contemporary Resort for that private balcony view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Plus like a bajillion other restaurants too, but you can learn more about those via our DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining, now available at dfbstore.com. Wink, wink. Also, you can get a specialty cake. What's a celebration without a little or a lot of cake? Let's say you made restaurant reservations, but you want to go that extra step and surprise someone in your group with a full-on birthday cake too. You can order a Mickey celebration cake for a table service restaurant that you have an existing advanced dining reservation for by calling the cake ordering hotline at 407-827-2253. Just follow the voice prompts and add a Mickey celebration cake to your reservation. Cakes cost about $39, which is way too expensive for what you get, and we'll give you your choice of flavor, white, milk, or dark chocolate, as well as options like writing happy birthday or congratulations. Now, yes, $39 is way too expensive for this teeny tiny cake, but it is shaped like Mickey, and it's super fun, and maybe that's a splurge you want to make. Now, at the end of the day, the best time to go to Disney World in 2024 depends on a lot of different factors, with the biggest factor being when it's going to be most convenient for you and your fam. But don't worry, no matter when you decide to book a Disney World vacation, we'll still have tips and tricks to keep sending your way to make sure you can get the most out of your visit at the most magical place on Earth. We're also going to continue making tons of mistakes on our own while we're there, so we can warn you about them and make sure you don't make them as well. So keep checking back here with us, and don't forget to download that free Ultimate Guide to Disney Genie Plus, you know, the one I mentioned way early on today. Yeah, that one. Over at DisneyFoodblog.com/DisneyGenie Plus. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.